Good evening, Ireland fans again. Another night where we can talk more football because we love to talk about the world's best game. Yes, the number one sport in the world. And we love to talk about it and say more things about the teams that we love. And tonight we're going to talk about the EPL. EPL is the topic. And we're going to speak about this weekend's games. In fact, games are playing as early as tomorrow, if I'm correct. We have Everton versus Tottenham playing. All right. So let's jump right in and get started with that particular game. Everton versus Tottenham. I just have one question. Is Mourinho done or does he have another championship in him?
He's washed up.
Josh, let me ask you for a clarification. When you say championship, league championship?
Yeah, can he win another title?
No, he can't win another league title.
Yeah,
No, he can't win championship, can't win no other league. You know, good.
Wow, he's not good. I say that, guys.
I'm exaggerating, but he can't win another Premier League.
So we're not trying to respect a guy who's won over 40-something trophies in his career. How you go from being just great, the special one, to I guess now the ordinary one or the whack one?
That's easy. That's easy. He hasn't adjusted.
Not only
he hasn't adjusted. No. That's what makes people like Pep and so on great. Jose hasn't adjusted. Jose too stubborn. Jose have one style. He has one style of football, and no matter what, even if Noah Arca sink, he change the style of football.
But
that is Jose's problem.
Has it worked? A couple of months ago, he was the top of the league and he banged City and he banged everybody, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is the season where he normally does things." Why are we hating on the guy when it could just be the fact that he doesn't have a club that can invest the kind of money where it brings him titles? If he had 300 million right now, could he win? Anybody?
My answer doesn't change. No, my answer doesn't change.
Yeah. He could. I think it depends on the team. If you give him a City, he can win the league.
There you go, Jamal.
Okay, Jamal.
He hasn't had title-challenging teams since the last time he won it.
There you go. Good point.
You can't put him in the conversation to win a league if you don't have a title-challenging team.
Jamal.
Yeah.
Could Steve Bruce win a league title with Man City?
I think I could win a league title with Man City.
Thank you. So we can't. So Jose could do that because of the team at City.
That's what I'm
saying. Because of the quality you got, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
If Ole could win the title with City, anybody can do it because Ole don't know how to win title, not entirely a trophy.
That is true. He hasn't. Well, he did win 2 Norwegian titles.
We're talking about real football now. We're talking about real football now. Real football.
I'm talking about backyard football, Josh.
That's your beat.
Come on, the man win something in the career. Some guys win dal. You know, give the man
Josh. If you send Sheffield to the Norwegian league, Sheffield probably win the league, no?
I give you stats with that.
Right. So we're talking about
didn't do too bad.
So we're talking about the Norwegian coach. Am I correct, Joe?
Yes.
All right, but he's
clever
at the top of the table, and I a big name brand coach down there.
Me not have no name brand coach. No, I do not have a name brand coach.
But your coach won something. Your coach won something.
But I would respond, and I would encourage you to respond if we weren't talking about Everton and Tottenham.
Yes, that's true.
My coach has won something, yes, and guess what? Skill. If Ole and Arteta were to both retire today, Arteta would go down as the better manager. So what's your point?
Yes, which is what they agree.
My point is, if Corona was to hit again, Ole would be second place still.
Okay.
And Ole won the trophy.
No, but we're not. I'm not denying the fact that Ole would have been I'm not denying the fact that Ole would have been at second place. Notice I said no. He doesn't win things. I come second, I get to quarterfinals, maybe finals, but y'all don't win things. Ultimately, the goal is to win things.
And I respect your thoughts.
Well,
but what I'm saying to you,
future tense, Munchie, future tense.
You won something.
Yes,
correct?
I did. Yes.
Exactly. And where are you?
Where am I?
I want something last year.
Just leave us alone. Just leave us alone. Let it be. Just let it be.
Where am I? You're in second place, right? And I'm in ninth place. And at the end of the season, guess what? Neither me nor you get the Premier League trophy.
No, but I will be recognized.
You get champion. Okay, fourth place.
That's what.
Second place, third place. Okay, you make Champions League. But that's it. You're not a silverware. So guess what?
No.
For you, trophy cabinet now go up. And for me, trophy cabinet now move up either. So it's the same thing.
But me will have one talk. I would have a say. You don't have a say.
Okay, so hear this now. 2-1 Everton.
3-1.
And the reason why I brought that up is because of the fact that look at David Moyes. All right, David Moyes was after United, he got 7th place there with United, and then he's been bouncing around the place, Real Sociedad, that kind of place. Nobody ever considered him to be a top coach, but look at what he's doing in West Ham. Why can't Jose have the same revival? Why are you writing off
because he's too stubborn.
Yeah,
Jose too stubborn. That is his problem.
You actually think though that David Moyes changed his strategy? Do you really think so? That he's any different of a coach than he was when he's at United? I think he's the same person. You know,
remember he said so.
He is the same person, but I also feel like he has adjusted to how football is played now. Jose refuses to do that.
Okay, so you're telling me you look at the West Ham team now and they play a different style than all the other teams he's done since then?
No, I wouldn't say a different style, but you can see obvious tweaks.
Okay, all right. But I'm saying if he's not broke, why fix it? And I think what needs to happen.
But it's broke now. It's broke now.
It's broke. If he hasn't won anything, if he was winning stuff, you'd say, okay, keep doing what you're doing. But he's not winning.
I did not say that to Ancelotti. When the last time he won something?
But okay.
Everton versus Tottenham. When last time Ancelotti won something, y'all saying the same thing with Ancelotti. And he won 2 Champions Leagues, I forget. I don't even know how many Serie A titles he's won. He's considered a top 5 coach. Top 5 coach. You have to. You have to put Ancelotti.
What was the last team you managed before Everton?
Who? I have no idea actually. You can tell me.
What was the question, Jamal?
What was the last team you managed before Everton?
I know he's managed Real Madrid sometime recently.
Hello?
No, I don't think he did it recently.
Real Madrid was a while back.
Where was he before?
Oh, it was Napoli.
Yeah. Napoli ain't no slouch, guys. Napoli ain't no slouch.
They're not going to compete against Juventus.
But Napoli better than Everton.
Yes, they are. But they're not a title challenging team.
I'm just saying, why is it Jose is getting more hate than Ancelotti? That's my point.
To answer to Josh's question.
Go ahead, Moy.
Okay. Let me just go quick. One, because Jose is putting himself out to the media to attract attention more than you're not seeing Ancelotti doing it. So if you're going to go to the media, we know the media makes a big deal out of everything they get their hand at. So of course they're going to, it could be a little thing. They are targeting each and everything, past, present, what you have to do in the future. You know, so I think that could be one of the keys, the point.
You make a good point there, Moy, but I understand Jose's perspective. Jose is like, okay, fine, I don't have the best record lately, but none of I can say that any other man better than me in terms of record. Put some respect on my name. Y'all too disrespectful. That's what
I'll put respect on Joe. Let me go. I'll put some respect on Jose's resume. That's it. His resume is good. We know what he's won, and we can't dispute that. But you ask, no, can he win another title? In my opinion, like what Joe is saying, he hasn't moved on. He hasn't his tactically, as we have seen, his style of play hasn't brought him any success.
So if you're Jose's agent, what are you telling him?
Retire. Go and coach international
team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Either go coach the national team or go back for Sky Sports. One out of the two.
He was good at Sky Sports.
I think you'd be a really good international manager.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Good skill.
So let me ask you guys this. As the farm that West Ham is in, can Jose go there and make it better? And I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer it. He can mash them up.
I think so too.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Antonio go back to right back.
For the media.
Antonio go back to right back.
Yes.
Lingard play next to Declan Rice.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
But
because I think he's washed up. The style of play that he had years ago, that's not the style of play that is taking over right now.
But has Tottenham improved since Pochettino left?
No.
Have they gone down?
Yes.
So Pochettino wasn't the problem.
Because they were making Champions League.
But I didn't fire
Pochettino. Wasn't the problem.
Yeah, but I didn't fire him because he was a problem. He left because he couldn't take the team anywhere else.
Yeah, but Jose can't do it either.
Well, I guess they were hoping.
Pochettino managed to get Spurs at second. Finished second.
Yeah, they finished.
Yeah,
not just second. Look at where he got them in. No, second, third. Because we forget that we leapfrogged them, so we came second. But Pochettino managed to get Spurs. Look how far he got them in the Champions League.
Yeah, he got them to the final.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about Jose. We're talking about Jose, the special one. I don't think he's special no more. As Shaq say, I'll put a respect. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing him. I'll put respect to him. Jose, the special one. You're here. You're there. Right now? No.
Yeah, if you're talking about history, wise, then yeah, Jose is up there. You put Jose, like he said, the only person you're putting up there with him really is Pep. And I don't dispute that. I think Jose will go down for years and years and years as one of the best managers to have ever done it.
Yep.
Yeah, understand?
Definitely.
I don't argue with that. But now in this current times that he's come back into managing, because even they started off shaky, right? Then they caught a little farm, then they start off shaky again. Based on the style of football he wants to play, you can only get that many defensive performances out of attack-minded players, And after a while, as a player who wants to go forward, who wants to attack, you get frustrated, and that messes with your game.
Okay, last thing, if we move on this, right? Shaq already said 2-1, Everton to Tottenham. All right. If he wins the Carabao Cup, he's 6 points from top 4. You change your mind?
I was changing my mind about Jose as a coach.
Him being washed up. He's 6 points from top 4, and he wins the Carabao Cup. That'll mean nothing. That'll mean this could be a possible revival and bring back the old Jose.
Then let me see it. But even if he wins it, it won't change my mind right now.
Anybody else? Anybody would say that Jose's on the rise if you win the Carabao Cup and make top 4?
But
I wouldn't say
if I could just go before anybody else. This is my point. Jose could win a cup competition, not a league.
Yeah, but isn't that the whole point of what I was saying with Arteta, that he won a cup competition, so he should get respect? Why don't give the same respect to Jose?
No, that's not what we're saying.
No.
And they're two different coaches because
thank you.
The two different coaches in There are two different places in their coaching career. Right, that's what I want to say.
Okay, so Jose
won the trophy in his first season as a manager.
Let's say he has 43 trophies. This is number 44. This adds to his legacy. So why not get the same respect? I want another trophy. No matter where I go, I win trophies. Irrespective of his position.
I don't think Tottenham brought him in to win a fork or a spoon.
Oh come on! Not London people.
They didn't bring him to win a spoon or a fork.
They would take the Carabao Cup any day. They want something. They have nothing.
We're talking about a Pyrex dish.
Yes, to you because you've won everything else.
Exactly.
Jose is this type of person.
Jose is this type of person. Jose goes for the media.
Yeah,
Jose goes for the media. In every team that Jose goes to, he has a problem with some player. It has to always be about him.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
look at the caliber of team. Tottenham will claw away at any trophy they can get. They could take the Community Shield and be happy that they won silver.
Take it. And the man put a whole up on
everything else. The league title and the Champions League is what you want to win, but they can't win it. So they're going after every other title. But then you build.
So you think Carabao Cup is enough for them?
For Tottenham, not for Mourinho.
Not to me.
Right. I think Jamal. Skill was touching on something different. He was touching on the Carabao Cup to Jose, and you were touching on what it would mean to Tottenham as a football club.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They brought him in to win a trophy. It could have been the Community Shield, the Champions League, the Premier League, whatever, a trophy. But if they can win the Carabao Cup, then that's a trophy for them. Now, whether they stick with Mourinho going forward is different because now they have a trophy. That's a step in the ladder. You can build on success.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Josh.
To touch on Josh's point there. Josh, you were saying something about if I'm right, if the trophy would benefit, the Carabao Cup would benefit Jose. That's
all Pep counts the cups. Alex Wenger, they count the cups. You add them to your arsenal of that. So why wouldn't Jose do that? Why wouldn't Jose say, look, it's not the Premier League, it's not the Champions League, but wherever I go, I win silverware. That's my legacy. You can't stop it for me. Go ahead, big boss.
I'm not saying that. The more the merrier. Everybody knows that. One added to your list of greatness to pile up. But I'm saying if Tottenham does manage to win the Carabao, I don't think it would be on the effect of Jose Mourinho. I think it would be the effect of, as Jamal was saying, the Tottenham club on a whole and the players itself. It would give Harry Kane, they say, okay, we won the trophy, so I would be like, okay, that's the building to success, and
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but here's my question. This is for you, Josh, you specifically. If Jose wins the Carabao Cup, right, and you and Tottenham, you're the boss, you're Levy, would you back him in the next transfer window? Well, first thing first, would you keep him? Would you keep him and back him in the next transfer window? Because in my opinion, I feel like Jose has gotten a lot for the short time that he's been there.
I don't think he had.
I don't. I only heard the last part there, Joe. I cut out the first second there.
Sorry. I was saying if Jose wins the Carabao Cup, right?
Yeah.
And you're the top dog for Tottenham, right?
Yeah.
Would you keep him and back him in the transfer window?
How you mean, boy? I said Harry Kane, get 100 million and buy better players.
You would? So you would keep Jose?
I'd keep Jose and give him his money and see what he can do. You have to back him. United didn't do that. United won the Europa League and we won the Carling Cup. It was Carling Cup at the time. I remember till what's his name? Zlatan won the winning head against Southampton, and we came second. But the board did not give Jose the money. They didn't give him the money the second time around. I think we bought Fred after that. I remember correctly. They didn't give him the money. He was begging for a central defender. They didn't get it. They give him to him. I think that if he was backed, who knows where United would have been. We didn't like the style of football, but he won 2 trophies at United. Nobody can take that from the man. I don't like if Europa League only means something when your team win it. But when Jose win it, not big deal anymore. I mean, give Jose some. I just think give Jose some credit. This is what Jose is saying. Give him some credit because if your club wins it, great. He wins it, great. He can win anything. He's won everything. So that's just my take on that. But ultimately, though, you make a solid point. Though, to answer your question, yes, I'd keep him and I'd give him $100 million. Sell Harry Kane for another 100. Give him 200 and go and revamp the squad. Højbjerg was a good signing, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. But then, for the time Jose has been there, don't you think he has gotten? I mean, I think he's been backed decently enough for the short space of time he's been there.
Yeah, I think so. But I agree with you too. I do.
Yeah, and so based off of what he has gotten, I don't think the results. I don't think it makes the cut.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Hopefully, the board thinks differently in his case. And at the end of the day, as someone once said, and you judge them at the end of the season. All right, you judge them at the end of the season. You do an evaluation and say, based on your position, based on what you've achieved, we'll decide what we want to do and don't do. All right. West Ham, Fulham. Yeah. West Ham holding on in that 4th place. Newcastle should be run over, right?
This is a draw.
Ooh, it's a draw. This is a draw.
This might go like no.
4-2 West Ham.
3-1 West Ham.
3-1.
Yeah, same 3-1. 3-1 for me, West Ham.
Okay. All right. I think we know no clean sheet happening here for sure. That ain't happening. No clean sheet happening here for sure. I know that. But yeah, West Ham had too much offense for Newcastle, man. Newcastle will score. Arsenal versus Fulham. Okay, Arsenal fans, get the biased predictions out of the way. And Shaq, as much as you respect Scott Parker and Fulham, there's no way they're beating you, right?
Of course not.
So 3-0 Arsenal.
Yeah,
3-0 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
3-1 for me.
Has Arteta found the formula, guys? Based on the last recent results, has he finally found the winning formula to take them on a winning streak up to top 4?
I can't say he found the formula. These team selections are based off of injuries at the moment, so I can't say it's a formula he's found. He's just his hands are
wow. I felt that. I even back Arsenal.
What do you mean?
No, Jamal, you can't say that because then if he had done something different and he had lost, then y'all would have bashed him. So then you give him claps for putting Shaka at left back because he could have played Saka at left back. He could have used Cedric at left back. Y'all give the man some props.
Yeah, but still, his hand has been forced by injuries. You can't deny that.
Yes, I will go with Jamal.
No, but hold on there. Let me make my point. His hand is forced to use different players in different, but he didn't have to use. As I mentioned earlier, he could have used a different player and he had a different outcome
at left back.
Agreed.
That's true. That's true.
He's tried a system with his hand being forced by injuries, and he found some patch of form. When those players come, it's not.
But he had to be tactically astute to make this call.
Agreed.
Yeah, but exactly. Both of you are correct. You're both correct because Jamal's point is fair and your point is also fair because at the same time, he made the right call. For example, the game today with the he went with the 5 in the midfield, the 3-5-2. You can't say that it was a good call, but at the same time, you can kind of say that injuries forced him into it. If we had a full squad, he wasn't going with the 5 in the midfield.
That's my next question.
Right. And I get that.
But he made the right call. He did, and it worked. So he gets credit. But what Josh is saying, that is also because he of injuries. Is the same thing with Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe came in, changed the team, but at the same time, Smith Rowe kind of also only got game time because of injuries.
Okay. So couldn't have Arteta chose to not play Smith Rowe.
Who else?
Yes, he could have. He could have.
Exactly. But he said, I'm going to play Smith Rowe in this position. And you know what? He also let us play a 4-2-3-1. We weren't playing that at the start of the season. So Arteta is making all these little adjustments, the tactical adjustment, because even in this this new formation that he's running now, you can see he making little tactical switches here and there to make the team function as well as it is.
Yeah, I agree. But for example, with the Smith Rowe situation, Shaq, if we're being realistic, right? That Smith Rowe call.
I'm always being realistic.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If we're being realistic, while it worked out and he has to be tactically astounded to make certain decisions, yada yada yada, that Smith Rowe decision was also a decision made by an almost defeated man that just decided, hey, I'm going to do it and live with it. Because at that time, no, but it's being real. And I'm an Arteta in person, but at that time, everything that could go wrong for Arteta was going wrong.
Right, and he could have folded.
I read a lot of articles. Right? Sorry, Shaq.
Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead. No, you got it.
I read a lot of articles, and I did stumble on an article there by one of the Arsenal articles, and he talked about Smith Rowe and his place in the team. And they're making the point about the fact that he said that he never forget the time when Arteta called him in and sat him down and then showed him, these are your strengths, these are your weaknesses, this is how I'm going to play you and how it's going to be a success. So it seemed to me that, to me at least, that Smith Rowe was more than just an accident forced by injuries. It seemed like he saw the qualities in the boy and has a systematic plan to utilize those qualities. Like, I have a plan for you because I know what you can do, rather than I don't have a choice. Go and do as you can do. That's becoming
you're right. Yeah, Smith was spoke about that. You're right. But at the same time, it was still somewhat forced because of the injuries. Because for all we know, maybe Smith would have never played that game
if Odegaard was fit.
Yeah, Smith would have probably not played that game. So at the same time, his hand was somewhat forced.
Yeah, but fellas, let's not just base it on Smith Rowe.
It's not just Smith Rowe.
I mean, it's not based on Smith Rowe. It's just that I think his hand is full of injuries. So he had to make certain decisions based on the injuries.
Yeah, that's what we're
saying. And I think that he made the right decisions. But I also agree with Josh from the point of view that it is because of the injuries. That's what I'm saying. Jamal, sorry. So that's what I'm saying. You're both Jamal and Shaq are right.
Okay, so you're saying if there wasn't any injuries, he wouldn't play that team?
No, probably not.
I don't believe so.
The formation wouldn't be the same, and the players wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, we honestly don't think so.
His formation again.
Full fit squad. What's that?
Fully fit team. He's not. If he ain't broke, why fix it? You know what I'm saying? I mean. That's my point.
Problem. Yeah, but you wouldn't know if it's broken because it would be fixed. Without the injuries, you won't have to try and fit in somebody else.
Okay, but the same thing like with United, to make the same point, right? Rashford only played under Van Gaal because of injuries. All right, but then eventually became very clear that he's more than just that. So you keep playing him in that same position, which is why I'm saying that with the current system right now, why can't Arteta play the same team with the same players doing the same things? Why do you have to change anything?
Okay, so just leave Aubameyang out, leave Tierney out, and we'll go ahead and win games.
Is it about farmer winning games or about personalities and emotions? I'm trying to figure out what this is about here.
No. It's about farmer winning games, but you're not gonna have Xhaka playing left back every game, right? He's not. We come up against other teams that can run at us. You're not gonna have Xhaka playing left back. You want Tierney here, but you want a proper left back.
Right, but what I'm thinking about with that, Jamal, Tierney could play like that, because all we'd have to do is instead of Chambers bombing on, then Tierney would bomb on and Chambers would hold.
Correct, but then you put Tierney in, so somebody else misses out on the team. So his hand has been forced by injuries.
Okay, all right.
So personnel, not system.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, Joe.
Okay, I see.
He's figured a system out, which is what I'm agreeing with you. He's figured a system out with the players that he has.
And you're praising him for that.
But he has been forced to play this system because of injuries.
I'm not praising him for that.
I'm not praising him for the injury part of finding a system because of injuries.
They say he just stumbled on it.
Yeah.
You don't think that he sat in his office and said, okay, you know what? I have this available to me. Let me work out a specific plan with what I have to work with. And when he gets those players back, I'm coming, let me land. And when the players come back, then he can choose to play them again, or he choose another system because of the players that he has available to him again. I'm saying, I look at that, and that is why I praise my manager, Mikel Arteta.
I'm giving him praise. I'm giving him praise. Here, right? But
Jamal don't seem so.
You remember the instance when you were demolished by Manu?
They were on 8-2.
The 8-2. You remember?
Yeah.
Okay. At that particular game, you said you were forced by injuries. Remember?
I'm saying that the team was weakened by injuries.
You were forced by injuries. You couldn't play nobody else.
Yeah.
Good. And you get 8.
Yeah. Different manager we're discussing though.
True.
I'm just saying, Shaq.
Man, guy, years back, boy.
Joe. I'm just saying. With the injuries, you have to play with what you have.
Right.
Shaq no want to say that.
I'm saying that.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that, and that's what this is where me and Jamal differs, and Joe, apparently. But because I'm saying, right, that yes, Arteta, his hand has been dealt for him. Alright? Like, guys, when we play Uno all the time. This is the hand that we pull from the pack, and that's how we go. But the way how I play my hand is so that I can win.
Yeah. So
I look at my hand. Go ahead.
To Shaq's point, to add to Shaq's point, no matter what hand I get, good hand or bad hand, I will still win because I'm a good player. So Arteta, injuries or no injuries, these are the players I have. I have different systems, and I'm going to fit those players in that system and still win because I'm a good manager. That's what the man is saying.
But you don't have access to the whole deck. You only have access to what's in your hand.
So you have to play with what's in your hand. But you have to play with what's in your hand.
And I think that Arteta should be commended for that. Not ridiculed.
I see his point.
I'm not bashing him. I ain't bashing him. I'm giving praise for that because he has let me see, how should I put it? His options
are limited.
Okay, there it goes. And he has to be.
I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say his options are limited.
It is limited because he doesn't have the deck. He doesn't have the deck. So he has to play what he has.
No. He have 11 players.
Come on, Jack. That's the same reason why I brought up
This
the
is my
same
point.
incident with Arsenal playing when Arsenal were demolished the 8-2 by Manu. They couldn't have used.
We had 11 players.
They just had 11 players. They couldn't use somebody else, so they get 8.
No, but how much time? No, but Pep had 11 players and they use no sub and man 6, right? Regardless of what team you put out there.
It's the quality of the players.
No, but then I disagree with that. I think the 11 players that he has are very good players. And they can beat anybody, or at least definitely Slavia Praha.
I'm giving Arteta the praise.
You're not giving him the praise.
I am.
You're not giving him the praise.
That's
I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you.
Joe and Jamal, they say Jamal.
I'm giving him praise
because of the
Jamal gave him praise too, just not as much as you.
Look at the praise that the people. It's a what praise I get about there. Get about real praise.
Come on.
I'm saying, Josh, hear me out. I'm saying I'm giving him the praise because of what he can't afford to do with what he wants to do. He can't do them better. And he used what he has to accomplish what he wants to. So I'm giving him the praise.
Okay, let me just ask this. I think this could finish the argument. So basically, guys, just on a scale from 1 to 10, how much credit do you give Arteta for the system change, plugging his player here and plugging his player there?
With the injury?
All the take into account, of course.
10 out of 10. They won 4-0. 10 out of 10.
What? 10 out of 10?
They won 4-0.
Okay.
10 out of 10. Okay.
Jamal, let me hear you and Joe. I want to hear you.
With the injury plagued team and they drew 1-1 with a, for say, fully fit team. Of course.
Yeah. You have to give him that.
I'm listening for Joe and Jamal. Out of 10.
You know, Jamal, like, you know, higher than 4.
No, I just want to hear. I will understand where they are exactly with how they're thinking.
Okay, I'll give him a 7.
Wow.
Okay. Joe, what about you?
Yeah, I was actually waiting for Jamal because I was going the same thing. I would give him a 7, 8 maximum. Because that's what you're not understanding the shot. It's not like we're not giving him credit now. Because I'm giving him credit now. I'm a fan of the man. I want him to be successful.
Sound very negative.
No, come on, man.
No, boy.
I'm just saying how it sounds to me.
Go, Joe. 55.
I was extremely happy when I saw the lineup today and I saw the 3-5-2 because I expected us to go with the 3-5-2 since the first fixture, to be honest. I thought we would have, especially with the whole...
It's based on the injuries. You're thinking he has these injuries, he's going to do that.
Yeah, I thought he would have. So when I saw it today, if we're talking about the lineup and everything and so on today, when I saw the lineup, I said, yeah, Arteta got it right today.
But Joe, why can't you sit down there and also say that this is a team that he has set up before? Before he even knew there'd be injuries, he had in mind, this is the setup that could work. Let me play it. Why is that a possibility?
We used to play the 3-5-2 is nothing new.
No, but the 3-5-2 with
but he doesn't want to play it.
No,
he went back to it today based on the injuries.
There you go. All right. Okay. We're moving on.
That's what it is.
Exactly my point. And then when next week come, there comes another player being fit. So he has to change it.
Exactly.
I agree. I do think he did it based on injuries. But I'm saying that what if it's not?
I'm saying the same thing.
What if it's not? What if the man sit down there and 2 weeks ago the man say, you know what? 2 weeks ago, right after the first leg, the man say, you know what? 3-5-2. You get it.
Okay, look.
If it's not, I give him his credit, but we will not know that, Josh.
No, but you assume it's injuries. You assume evidence. You have no evidence. Jamal, you have no evidence.
Okay, wait.
The man and say, I did this because of this. The man put out his team.
Assume?
Agreed.
Assumption is not even in the conversation.
Wait, go.
You have no evidence that he actually he did it. You don't know. You don't know if
He is limited on his picking.
Right after the second part, man scored equalize in the first leg. Arteta go back that same night, drop the 3-5-2, 4-0 them again. That's what happened.
Whap them.
Based on the information that has been presented to me, this is my conclusion.
Okay, bro, I hear you. I hear you. Man United versus Burnley. Let me ask Skill this one, right? With the form Cavani's in, Marshall can get back in the team.
When you say get back in, he supposed to in at all.
Oh boy, Skill, hallelujah.
No. Josh, I'm not a Marshall fan. I think Shaq could tell you that. I think Moy could tell you that too. I'm not a Marshall fan.
Yeah.
But Cavani, we know he's not up to speed and he's getting down in age. But it's quality, yo.
Quality.
When Greenwood come on, you know it's whipping. Just whip it. He can hit the ball. Whip it over. Yeah. That's his job. Whip it over. Cavani do the damage.
Okay.
When Marshall if Marshall get the ball, he bets.
Tell me again. Bex. Itawa.
Oh, he stand up. He not pressure.
Yeah. And how you feel so?
Yeah, Bex, walk around. I always want ball to feet. Like he don't want but no ball in the space. He don't want to make no runs.
When game time done, so I'm sure the man need to watch the jersey. The man needs to sweat and so.
I know, right? I like the boy Tyler, but just another heck out to me in the number 9 shirt. Just anyway, more how much money you losing by? More to my question.
If you come to Antigua right now, but grab it, okay.
Yo, you do lick a bit. You do lick a bit. What is guitar? In fact, I'm bull, but anyway, moving on. Moy, how much you losing by? Moy? Tell me.
It seems like this game seem like a game where where Man U could stumble, and Burnley come away with a 1-0 victory.
1-0 victory. Hiram got own goal.
Nah, that's a Burnley header.
Okay, I'm Burnley header. All right, so no Deadwood. Chris Wood is scoring. Chris Wood he's scoring this game. All right. Yeah. Munchie not hit the squad. Munchie, how much you losing by?
2-1, obviously.
2-1 we losing by. I say obviously, boy, like a foregone conclusion. Lord of mercy, you're trying to solidify that gap there between second and first. There's only certain amount of games. Leeds, Liverpool. Leeds losing, guys. It's a masterclass. The Bank City and Liverpool too. 2 games.
Liverpool is the win.
This game was really good in the first round. I think this was one of the opening games of the season.
Yeah, it was one of the first games. That game was crazy.
It was crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, everybody expected Liverpool to win, but at the same time, Leeds put in a good shift that day. Boy.
You know what? Liverpool will have nothing else to worry about now. 3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, and they're playing away.
They're trying to gain top 4, right? So they need to win.
Yeah.
They need to win. They do need to win, but that doesn't mean nothing. They'll be outside high system. You come out. Where Rafinha's in form. What am I to score against City name? The other one?
Dallas. One chance. One chance.
And what is striker name? Bamford. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking about West Ham. Sorry, but yeah, definitely. In form, Leeds. I hope they bang Liverpool, man. We want to see another sad Eureka all over again, boy. Legit. I'm looking forward to this game.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
Chelsea, Brighton.
Where's Monji?
What's the Monji?
Okay, I'm checking on the Arsenal players from time to time, Okay.
That was
2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea. Oh, come on, man, guys. Come on. No Basuma, nothing, man.
Brighton.
Masterclass.
3-1 Chelsea. 3-1
Brighton
Chelsea.
1-1.
1-1.
No,
Thank you,
Brighton
Moy. I
can see
agree.
3 goals.
Yeah,
Brighton can
I
see
say
3 goals.
2-2.
Yo,
You say what,
guys,
Joe?
them man down there.
2-2.
Yeah, I'll say
I say
Oh,
2-2.
2-2 or 1-1. I see
okay,
it.
Brighton 16th, 1 point ahead of Newcastle now. They have to get points from this game. They don't have a choice. So yeah, hopefully that'll be the case.
Chelsea don't concede a lot of goals.
No,
They don't.
They
That
don't.
West Brom
Neither
was a number.
do Brighton.
Right, that's why this going
Neither
2-0.
Brighton.
You know, 1-0 early, and then because Brighton are pressing, then Chelsea will probably nick a late one. But the game should be
Danny Welbeck
close.
salvage a point. I say 2-2.
Danny boy. All right, we spent a lot of time talking about this already, so I won't go over that yet. And we already mentioned the 2-0, even though I think what was your prediction, Munchie? I think it's 3-1 Granada or something or the other. You said,
yeah,
that's what I remember what you said last time. All right, but yeah, I think it was an own goal by Vallejo, was the second goal. But yeah, again,
Bruno played.
Yeah, he did start the game.
This boy is
No, I don't watch midweek games. No, I don't watch midweek games.
What I gotta say though is that one thing I'll do is say,
I know he played the first round.
Listen up, Monchina.
I know he played the first round.
Right? You know which pass? You know which pass doesn't get enough love? You know which pass doesn't get enough love? The pass that led to the pass that's the assist. The pass before the assist.
When Pogba was doing that and Bruno was firing, I didn't hear anybody praising Pogba. All of a sudden, no.
I agree.
Where was the praise for Pogba? Pogba made Bruno's life easier.
Well, when they play together, yeah, of course. They make each other's lives easier when they play together. So I agree with you. Because De Bruyne get the same hate too, where he has a lot of assists, but he has a lot of passes that made the assists easy. You know, and Bruno's been doing a lot of that lately. Like in the same game that we just played there against Tottenham. He the one that nutmeg the left back, Regulon, that led to Greenwood crossing the ball to Cavani. That brilliant piece of skill there. You know, so I'm saying that just because you're not getting assists and goals like you used to, because your standards were so high before, don't mean you're not putting in the work and doing everything else. All right?
United has a few of those type of players. Hashtag Paul Scholes.
I agree with you. Paul Scholes stats. Paul Scholes, the goals and assists don't compare to Lampard and Gerrard, but he was crucial in that midfield. Michael Carrick getting a love.
I think Paul Scholes was one of the best. Was one of the best to ever do it. To be honest.
I heard you, bro.
So I'm gonna take now.
Give him the love. I don't think who else. Rodri doesn't get enough love either. The way his role he plays in that midfield. Some people think, you know. Okay, well for you, I just don't see him in the headlines.
Fred don't get enough love either.
Fred deserves that though. He legit deserves that. So it's Man United versus Arsenal Europa League final, right?
No,
Jacko is bringing this home.
Okay, so Villarreal can't bag Arsenal.
Oh, Jamal statement.
United will
Once they beat.
Stop here. I'm just saying that's what the press are saying. It's a English final.
I mean, it would be good to have an English final. It'd be good to have an English final, but let's see how these football played on the day.
Yeah,
remember, Arsenal is full of injuries, so we don't know what player they're gonna use.
But that's not the thing. I know Oli is took Emery's number to go over tactics with him, because I know Oli doesn't want to meet Arteta in that final. So he's gonna support Emery 100%.
To be fair,
Go ahead.
to be fair, I would have preferred to play Manu over two legs because in a one game, you don't know. Then you probably can get a penalty or something,
Yep.
and
Bruno in
you
the
know anything can happen in a one game.
Yeah, anything.
Shock, man. I like hear that no.
No, but
Shock.
he's right.
I like hear that. If me could have played Manchester United through the whole Europa League, would have take them.
Yeah,
no, I'm not saying that I wouldn't.
With Xhaka left back. Oh my!
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. But I'm saying that
boy.
anything. Okay, like any final could go either way. That's
true. That's true. Because the football is played on the day. I agree.
Yeah, you always saying that, Joe. It's played on the day. It's a 1-half game.
Yeah.
You know, and
Devil's advocate me play, man. Devil's advocate me play. That's what I mean.
If you have to play against United, you're playing them short of man.
Who misses?
Bruno.
I mean, they haven't beaten me. They haven't beaten me for the season. They haven't beaten me for the season.
Moy. This question for Moy. But Moy, in this case, he can't go missing because it wouldn't be a big game.
True.
But he didn't show up in none of the rest of them. So obviously it's a big game.
It wouldn't be a big game. You know, you guys like to ruffle my feathers. That's all.
I tell you, man.
I still. That's a bait. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking the bait.
It's not going to be a big game, so he would be present.
Don't worry. I wouldn't mind Arteta winning, so Pep can show him, meeting the Super Cup, and people can stop making fun of us, for not winning the Europa competition.
Some people would say more that Super Cup would be a battle of conscience for Jamal.
True.
No, you never know. Like if Arsenal and Man City meet in the Super Cup final, Jamal will come with his two controllers there and put one on one side and one on the other side.
You want to
No, honestly, I would really like that to happen. And I would really love to hear Jamal's prediction for that Super Cup.
Student versus teacher.
It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just wanted Jamal's prediction for that.
I watch fast.
I would say, realistically, to be honest, Pep has been here before. He's won a Super Cup. Arteta has no history in this. So I think we're going to lose 4-0.
Hey, Munchie, he's going to say, well, minimum.
And I don't see we winning that because they're going to counter us and yeah, I hear it.
Jamal, I'm not getting down, Pat, man.
Tell you, boy, man. Tell you, boy, good day, boy.
Hello, y'all leave Jamal alone, right?
Yeah, I might get in a Real Madrid Villarreal final. That could very much happen. Spanish final instead.
Hello. I don't know where you going with an offside prediction like a while now.
It could happen. It could very much happen. I would love the English to dominate it, but we can't count out the Spanish. Definitely, we can't count out the Spanish. Yeah. What?
If keyword, if you pass PSG, you're confident that you'll beat Real Madrid?
Chelsea.
I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know if y'all remember me saying this on the previous shows that if I manage to get past the semi, if I make it to the finals, I think I'm 100% winning it. I really think that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I did say that the winner is coming from that side with City.
I don't know, guys. Tuchel's been to finals before. Tuchel's been to finals before.
Shaq just said, why am I ruling out Chelsea? I'm not ruling out Chelsea because I can remember saying a few shows back that in a sneaking way, this might actually be Chelsea's best chance to win the Champions League in a long time.
Yep.
And I am not counting them out. I'm not counting them out, to be honest. Nobody has been talking about them. So everything is just flowing.
Mm-hmm. I agree. They may just win it. They may just they may be like what the guy name again? Di Matteo situation. This may be a Di Matteo situation.
right, man.
But talking about Chelsea, right? I saw a video on Twitter today with Chelsea and Real Madrid meeting in the warm-up area, and everybody went and hugged and shake Hazard hand and everything, and then everybody walked straight past Courtois.
Wow. Okay.
John Jamal, let me ask you 2 questions here. Well, 1 question for both of you. Do you like our chances for the Europa League?
Well, I always said, if we get United in the final, I fancy us. But any other team is going to be a bogey team to us.
Yeah, I remember he did say that.
Yeah, he did say that. That's true.
Arsenal is my bogey team, though.
What's that?
Arteta is my bogey team.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't want Arsenal in the final. As a United fan, I don't want y'all in the final. I'd rather take Villarreal and then get in 4. So
I fancy our chances because it's similar to the Europa League. To be honest, all the games we didn't expect Arteta to win, he found the way. The FA Cup. All the games we didn't expect him to win, he found the way. Arteta might be a cup manager. Who knows?
Well, if he gets us in the Champions League, I'll take it for now.
It's a good look.
Because United hopefully will sustain second. That little league we have over Leicester, which not in the Premier League, but it's enough. I'll take it. Champions League is secured. But you win Europa League, you get Champions League, so different motivations. So the motivation of Ollie to win a trophy, will that be greater than the motivation of y'all getting into the Champions League and having a trophy? I think the Arsenal side have a greater push for them to win this because they know other trophies on the horizon.
Yeah, I feel so too. It's just a matter of then will they back the manager like he deserves to be?
And I said this a couple of weeks ago. Maybe somebody else was talking to, but this is what I want. I want to make the Champions League, not for bragging rights and stuff like that, but for the owners. No, they wouldn't have the false reasoning to say, you know what, we don't have money, we don't have Champions League, we can't spend. Let's take that excuse out the way. Get in the Champions League and let me see if it's what you mean to do or if we really can't spend.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I wish I can say that about my owners too.
Okay, Munchie.
But we all know. Open book check.
Yeah, boy. How long will that last? That check work well too now. That check book works so well it paid off in a financial fair play to keep you where you are right now. And
no financial fair play out the window.
Tell you boy, them there PSG. Money boy. God, good boy.
Guys, so money I have another question. I have a question for y'all.
Pape and Haaland come in when he suit.
How good is Jude Bellingham though?
Very
great.
He's so good for it. He's lying about his age. He's not 17.
He's a phenomenal player.
I heard Pep said Pep asked the coach. He shouted the other players like that all the time. He's like, yeah, coach, in training, that's how he speak to everybody. Like he 27. He's 17.
He looks it.
He's a real good player. I'm not gonna lie.
He took his goals so well.
And you know what I was watching? That second leg when he got that yellow card, I was watching him keenly to see how he would manage the rest of the game.
That's good. Yeah, I did the same. He was so composed, and his touches, boy, are just sublime. He's ahead of his time.
He threw some shade. He say, he posted not a bad Champions League debut season from a player from the Championship.
True. Stats high.
Because the media was against Dortmund signing him. Oh, this guy plays in the Championship and he's only 17. Well, they are.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
He managed to did what everybody thought Haaland would have done.
Yeah, I think Dortmund is like the perfect place for any teenager to go because you don't really see a teenager going to Dortmund and then you're saying they become a flop or you don't hear anything from them, you know.
Yeah, well, they use
Like
program
You make a good point,
yeah,
Marco. Look at Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho left City
exactly.
and then went there
Yep.
to do to improve his career. But I want to say one thing though, and he did well. A lot of British players are going. British players tend not to leave, but they're going to Germany now to get their football, which is a really good thing. But I sent something to Shaq the other day on Instagram that said that it is League One that is playing the most players under 21 right now, and then I think it was Germany, then England, then I think Spain was last. In terms
then
of
Syria A and then Spain.
Syria and Spain, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not surprised with Premier League. We do tend to give young players a chance, but League One is a farmers' league, so they don't have much of a choice, you know. But the German league, though, for sure, I definitely respect the fact that they do that. But one kind of this, I don't want to start an argument, but at the same time, I saw somebody. Y'all heard about what happened with Phil Foden with the whole posting of Mbappe, bam, 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 and then people have to come out and say that Phil Foden is not in charge of his account. Other people posted this. He didn't post that.
Yeah, his social media account. Yeah.
Exactly. But that started a debate because then somebody said, look at Phil Foden. He stayed at City. He didn't leave like some people, and they put in caption, Jadon Sancho. And he took his chance. And then no, he's better than Sancho, playing in a better team than Sancho. And, you know, Sancho should have stayed instead of going.
Let me just answer that first. I think that argument makes zero sense because if I'm a young player and I realize I'm not getting any game in that environment, I'm not going to stay. I'm going to go to a team to try and develop my abilities. I mean, everyone is different. Everyone has their different perspective. Stay and fight
different
and
journey.
and things we want to do. Yeah, because he's a City player and he wants to fight and City come through that City rank. But then you look at that Jadon Sancho. Yes, I want to become a better footballer. Go and get the chance. I don't blame anyone.
Development.
What benefits you in the end?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. You know, I just think people sounded, you know, cause trouble in between players, you know, and slighting him because, you know, Jadon Sancho has done so much for his career since then by leaving. It's always a risk. It's always a risk, especially like you make a solid point. When you grew up in the club, you want to play for that club. You don't want to leave.
That's true. That's true.
You know, you want to stay there and wear that jersey because that's been your dream since you come up in the academy. But then you have to make that decision at some point.
I feel like Pep probably also sat down with Foden and, you know, showed him the plan. Like, this is what we're going to do, step by step, yada yada yada. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do it that way. And
let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest, Joe. According to what you said, Joe, you really if David Silva was 5 years younger, would Foden really get any game?
I was just thinking that.
To be honest, I still think he would have gotten game. Honestly,
wasn't he getting game when David Silva was there? The thing is,
no, he wouldn't be starting but you're not getting game like you're getting. That's my point. You can't expect the boy to develop if you don't get regular games, and he wasn't getting them, even though Pep agreed that he didn't know how to do it for them. But I understand if you have Bernardo Silva and you have David Silva, Foden has to be third choice. I understand Pep problem. But if David Silva was younger, I don't see anything changing. I see Phil Foden leaving. I honestly see him leaving.
No. To be honest, Pep never really said that, right? Pep said, I'm not going to rush Phil Foden because there's a lot of young players who get burnt out. Something like that, he said, something similar to that.
Okay.
And it plays into it now that I don't think, maybe it's because now David Silva left, he's getting that time now, but Pep actually told the media and told Foden, hey, your time is not known. I can't rush. I can't fool because everybody thinks like if Foden starts late, he scores a goal, gets an assist, he must start next game. If he doesn't start next game, the whole media, Pep doesn't want to play Foden. Or Pep tell him like, no, he needs to understand his role and knows a thing. And look at this season. It's like this is a season where Pep say, okay, that he's ready.
Okay, but I was thinking to Josh's point, with David Silva being 5 years younger, Foden wouldn't have seen that the end of David Silva is near. So let me just wait and my time will come. Because if he's 5 years younger, then he's saying, you know what, David Silva will probably leave 5 years later. Let me go out. I'm not saying that y'all would sell him. Let me go out and get some playing time on loan with the intention of coming back. But I'm pretty sure he must have always been thinking playtime development.
Yeah, and that loan thing don't always work out for everybody though. You know, it just helps a lot of people like Harry Kane and so forth who went on the loan, came back and did well. You know, yeah, exactly.
But
you know,
sorry.
Let me just
go ahead. One minute more. To be honest, it wasn't really Foden's playing time. It's actually Gundogan's because if you look at it, David Silva doesn't play wide when in Manchester City team under Pep, and David Silva doesn't play false nine. He actually plays in the middle with De Bruyne or the holding midfielder. So it's actually Gundogan is the one who actually gets more playing time. Now David Silva left. If David Silva was still there, Foden will still get those playing time because he'll actually play out wide.
From position, okay.
So you tell me the reason why he didn't get the playing time because Pep didn't think he was ready? I know. I find it hard to believe. I'm sorry, Munchie. I hear you, and you make a solid point. But I find it hard to believe simply because of the fact that, as far as I know, most good coaches know if you're good enough, if you're young enough, you're good enough. Regardless of your age, if you can play, you can play. So if you could have fit in Pep's system, Pep would have put him in and rotate him with everybody else, but he wasn't. He was there right bench. He right bench for a reason.
Let me make 2 points.
Okay, go ahead, man. I have a question for Jamal.
One thing also, I think in the Foden situation that Pep's hand was also forced to try and get Pep in the team, also from the media and the Manchester City fans. Because we also see when Foden came on to play and he got his opportunities, everybody saw what Foden was capable of doing. So it wasn't the case that, okay, Foden plays good and then I'll be like, when does he come to play? And then the media kicks up this and that. I also think his hand was forced there a little. But then to the other point that I was doing in like a comparison when we were talking about the David Silva and Foden, I also draw the point to, as I say over and over, to Gabriel Jesus and Aguero. You know, that I always think that Gabriel Jesus should have been one of those players to go on loan. But due to the fact that there was no other second string striker to back up Aguero, that he just had to stay there and watch Aguero and learn from him. Realize even that I think that he got a little stunt in his growth, because that's why I honestly believe playing backup and he was young and he got a little stunt in the growth, you know. So that's how I think he could have went.
Yeah, good point.
Let me ask Jamal, and now that Joe is back too, I guess. Do you think that similar to what Pep did with Foden? Do you think that's what Arteta is doing with Martinelli?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. He basically said it the other day.
Yeah, and not only with
he explained the same thing the other day.
He was trying to do it with Saka as well, but obviously we have to play Saka more. But you got to protect the young players.
So where do you put Saka? Okay, do you then compare Saka to Greenwood in terms of their responsibility and playing time?
I think Saka has responsibility in the Arsenal team that Greenwood has in United.
So you agree to responsibility from Saka? Yeah. So then that's what Ollie's trying to do. Ollie's trying to play him at certain moments to give him the opportunity to show his qualities without putting too much burden on him. So you're making the point then that Saka have too much burden then.
I wouldn't say too much. He's got enough.
So if Saka don't start, a problem?
Generally, yes.
But if Greenwood don't start, we can survive.
Yeah, because you got players that start ahead of him. There's another thing with
should you really put that on it? Should you really put that on a young Saka?
You shouldn't be putting that on a youngster at all. Because I mean, look, you're not only talking about form and playing now. You're talking about longevity of their career. You look at players like Michael Owen, couldn't keep up at the pace of the game later on because he played since he was 16.
But I also commend.
That's the same burnout thing I was talking about.
He manages it.
Yeah. So you will run players into the ground, and you're not trying to finish their career because you can get something out of them now.
Yeah, but I feel Arteta notices that, I feel Arteta has noticed that, but then it's just a case where quite often he doesn't really have a choice.
True.
Yeah.
But even the same Arteta I heard recently say that, Jack Wilshere could have been a world-class player had it not been for the injuries, And maybe if he was managed better as a teenager, he would have lasted longer. All right, well, guys, thank you guys for talking about all these extra things here in regards to Europa League and the Premier League. I think the game I'm looking forward to the most probably is the Leeds Liverpool game. So I'm looking to that, and hopefully Leeds will do all of us a favor and give us great content for when Yuri comes back. So that'll be awesome.
What about the FA Cup game?
Oh, which game? Which game is that?
That's Chelsea, Man City.
The 2 FA Cup games.
The semi-finals.
The semi-finals. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, we'll think about that. Definitely. 3-1 City. Okay. And Leicester bang Southampton, I assume.
Yeah.
I don't know about. I don't care who we meet in the final.
I don't care who we meet in the final. All right then. Well, thanks again, guys, for coming. And City's quadruple is well underway. So let's hope they will, for the sake of the league, let's hope they win the Champions League. That'll be fun. All right, guys. Thanks again, and have a good night.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.